Hey guys, I'm back. Whew, I had a busy weekend. Let me tell you that. That's for sure. I hope you all had a wonderful and safe weekend also. And hope that y'all was able to do everything y'all needed to do. I know I was to work Saturday, but I was off Sunday. My daughter, she's a St. Patrick's Day baby. So I enjoyed her. But I guess the drama still been going on with R. Kelly and Nene and Nene. Woo, that girl, she up there trying to lead Greg. I'm like, now that's deep. How's you trying to lead your husband and this man is, basically in his hard trying times. You know what I'm saying? This man got cancer, and it's a chance that it could have a submission back. So now she's talking about she want to get a divorce, and he looking like, please don't leave me. Like, why would you do that? Like she done lost it. But I mean, that's what happened though when your partner is diagnosed with something and they are sick and they moves do change. People can't understand it, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. I didn't, went through it with my mother. My mother had changed and her mood swings was shifting and it was like, oh, okay, I gotta deal with it. I gotta do what I gotta do. But I understand it to a certain extent how Nene can get frustrated, but never to give up on your spouse, you know what I'm saying? The one who you vow in front of God to let them know, like, you're going to be with him through death, do you part. And that right there speaks loud. And for you to turn your back on him in his trying times, wee. Ooh, she ain't gonna like that karma. She ain't gonna like that. Ooh, that's gonna be a hard thing. She gonna have to deal with for the rest of her life. Um, and I know because my mother husband, he been going through it. He been going through it for years. For years. I just believe you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Why get married if you figured you couldn't be with this person through death do his part, like couldn't really give that person unconditional love? Because when you sick or something happened and you can't be there for that person, like dang, and that's your wife and husband. So your disloyalty is through, but that's just sad. It is. And then I was hearing about Avant. Avant. Ooh, I love me some Avant. And all them wonderful songs he used to be making in the 80s. I mean, in the 90s, the early 90s, Hunty, in the 2000s. That's when a lot of babies was made. Ooh, that's when a lot of babies was made during that time. But they were saying that he was sick. Now, I mean, I heard about lupus or whatever, but they said he had lost a lot of weight and trying to make it look like he was dying and stuff. So it is a such thing as fake news. That I do know that. You know what I'm saying? If for all the, YouTubers and the people who, who are keeping it 100 real, you know what I'm saying? I tip my hat off to you all because y'all got the inside sources, the real deal people that's not fake news. You don't want to be considered as fake news. That's bad. Like who goes around, saying somebody dying and they ain't dying. Like now that's some fake news for real. Like that's some shit that shouldn't even be broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Don't even broadcast that shit if you know that shit ain't true. Just to get some ratings. You know what I'm saying? If you real about it and this is your passion and this is what you love to do, you know, you gonna do it without the ratings. You know what I'm saying? It's with what I'm doing this is because God put it in my spirit to you know, be able to share my gift with, you know, thousands of people, whether I get 2 or 3 views or subscribe. I know God gonna put it in somebody, one person who gonna spark that seed. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that seed in me. But you can't be, you know, spreading off fake news and stuff. You just got to keep it real, keep it 100. You know, do what it is that you love to do and passionate to do. You know, but yeah, they said that Vaughn is okay. He's not dying. They were saying that he had 6 months to live, and he had lupus, and then he had all these kind of other diseases, and you know, they were just trying to write that young man off. I'm like, dang. But he okay. He all right. They said he was just going through a diet change because I guess because of the lupus, it makes him, you know, his weight fluctuate or whatever. But the good news is his people have confirmed that he is not dying and that he's all right. I wanted to talk about unconditional love. Now, ladies and gentlemen, wow, what do you think about unconditional love? Unconditional love is somebody that you just will do anything and everything for, no matter what. No matter what. You know, it was a song, A Fool in Love. Yeah, that's really, to me, that's what unconditional is, because a woman does almost anything and everything for all other people, her husband or her partner. She goes out her way, above and beyond. No matter how many times the people have, you know, hurt her or backbiters who, you know, just ain't no good, wishing bad on you and talking about you and, you know, just trying to tear you down, but smiling all in your face, giggling and laughing and saying, oh, your kids is pretty and all of this. You know, these type of people that's disloyal. You know, I call these people minions, people who all around you and see that you're a very good person, whether you're a man or a woman. You're a very good person. You know, you got God's seed in you. You got God light all over you. I mean, even the good and the bad people can see the beauty that God, the anointing that he got on you. So, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a lot of posters, people who is devils, that smiling in your face, staring at you, talking about, oh, you such a beautiful person and you this and that. But all behind closed doors, all they doing is wishing hate on you. You know what I'm saying? Them type of people. And then, you know, the person who got the unconditional love, which is that seed, them the people who just be like, you know what? You give it to God. Because half of the time you have an idea who these people is, because God put it in you to know who is the real ones and the fake ones. But sometimes, you know, you just don't know. You know, they come off as, you know, I can't even explain it. It's in a way where you be like, well, no, this person ain't like that. You know, no, that person, no, I'm just gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. No, maybe it's me. You know, maybe it's just me. you know, what you call that stuff. I'm basically thinking negative, but you know what your conscience is saying. You know what your inner heart is saying, but you just want to give it the benefit of the doubt. But that's unconditional love, you know what I'm saying? Doing whatever it takes to, hold your family together, loving on the person that have, messed up sometimes and, made wrong choices. No, nobody is perfect in this life. Nobody, only but God and Jesus. Um, we all make wrong choices and go down the wrong lane at times. But what matters is if you got God in your life and you are anointed, whether that other partner or husband or wife may not be on that same page, and you may feel like, they not giving you all the unconditional love, just know that it will. It's manifesting. It's manifesting because you already got that seed, and by you having that seed it's it's basically when you ask God and you pray to Him, and it's a lot of things you may not understand or know that you're going through, or why the other person is feeling this way or the next way, or and if it can be family issues too. You know what I'm saying? It can be, you know, your aunts, uncles, cousins. It can be just a lot of people in your path that's close to you that you may feel like you the person that's giving off the unconditional love, but you're not receiving that unconditional love back. So with that is, some people say, well, if the person don't got no love in them, then it's a dead cause. You might as well go ahead, let it go. Don't even bother to mess with that person or however. No, I look at it like this: if you trust and believe in God, and that person believe and trust in God, you should know that maybe y'all need to communicate it in a better way to express the emptiness that you may be feeling in any kind of area of that friendship or relationship. Saying, to make that other person understand where you're coming from. But most of the time, the people who's giving off that unconditional love is a loyal person, a person that is, will lay their life on the line for that person. Basically, lay their life on the line for that person no matter what. And you be wanting to get that same, feeling too. You know what I'm saying? From your friend, family, or partner or husband or however, but I think that's why a lot of marriages is so broken, is because both parties is going into the relationship or the marriage with, not both having conditional love. You know what I'm saying? You got to have unconditional love for the both of you. Like, no matter what happened, no matter, what y'all go through, whether down bad, broke, however, that person is supposed to be there for you unconditionally, love you for the person you are. What I'm saying? For the freckles, the moles, what I'm saying, the kinky hair, the plump, what I'm saying, having a little plump, getting a little bigger. That person's supposed to love you for who you are within and out. Sometimes I get a little quirky. Sometimes I get, over, I get overly happy sometimes, like I'm a really lovable person. I can act silly sometimes, but the most of the time I'm very affectionate. Like, I like to be affectionate, to the people who I love. You know what I'm saying? So if it's, I'm saying when we get off the phone, I love you. And I don't care who you is. You could be my friend, what I'm saying, my cousins, aunts, uncles, you know, I'm letting you know I love you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of person that I am. Everybody's not like that. But I have my own little ways. Like sometimes I like to think of in all scenarios, I like to look at the bad and the good. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, no, you just got to think about why are you thinking negative about it? You can't think negative about it. No, that's called life. You have to think about the good and the bad in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go by life thinking everything is going to be peachy and cream, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I do that a lot. Because I guess I'm just trying to figure it all out, just trying to figure everything out with even knowing what's in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, y'all, I ain't lying. I be having so much I have a lot of in my mind, but in my heart, it's like God be tugging on my heart to let me know certain things, certain feelings. It's just I be getting these kind of intuitions about certain things, and I just be trying to make sense of it all, just trying to make totally sense of it all and still make the right decisions. But I'm never going to stop being who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lovable person, and I'm going to always, share unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do, through my ups and downs, because, when you have lost people in your life, it takes a lot out of you. I mean, it takes a lot out of you. And then you think about all the people that did you wrong, all the people, the mother-in-laws, the just the friends, the family, all these people. It's sad that you don't find out who these people is until you lose a loved one. And it's sad that it's like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when people want to start to wake up, and realize like, dang, that person really gave me unconditional love no matter what I did to them. But then when you dead and gone, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. So I just advise people to love one another, respect one another. You know what I'm saying? Respect is earned. You got to earn respect. It's just not given. You just, be a good person that, put God first in their life, and, respect the rules and the covenant of, God's mission, and to do what you have to do to make life better, make the world better. You know what I'm saying? If you can make a change, us, the YouTubers that's, do this every day, you are showing other people your way or your thought of what you experience. So I think that's good. That's helping the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's helping people that want to hear somebody else, have been through that same situation. But yeah, I am a living testimony about that. You just be in a relationship, and then that significant other or your husband, or a fiance, however, pass away, and it's a lot of things you didn't know until that person go, and you just be like, dang. But then at the same time, it's like you got to think about all the things that you have done, all the things that person have done, and if you know that you have gave unconditional love and love that person from, the depths of your soul. You know that you love this person. You know that you did everything in your work and lifetime to make that person happy. Went out your way to take care of them kids, even if them kids wasn't yours. You was the person that, was able to, be there if that person was going through personal issues, and, encourage them for the better, and brighten up their day in any kind of way. If you knew that you did all them things, then hey, you did your job. No, but if you feel like you didn't, then, that's something that you got to work on. That's something that you got to work on, and, talk to God about, because um, it's just sad to have to wait until, you get an illness or something happen where, you know, people do you like that. They really do. Families turn on each other. It's just it's just wow. It's sad. It really is. And you be like, wow, I never ever knew this. Like wow, like why did they wait to this? Why it's happening now? But I guess God is, showing you and showing the other person, um, it's a way of living, other ways of living. You can't keep hurting people or taking people for granted. You can't. Life is just too short. If you love somebody, love them. Be there for them. You know what I'm saying? Just do that. Don't give up on love, because love is pure. Love is God. And love is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So um, don't give up on that. You have to have compassion, have a heart for others. Just not for yourself. Don't be so self-assumed on yourself, because that's a narcissist. If you all about you, and you want somebody to just love you, what I'm saying, it's all about what you want. No, we ain't talking about that kind of love. We got to talk about the love that loves everybody. Like, how the Lord loved everyone. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you just have to, go accordingly. Walk your life in a light. Surround yourself around good people. If you feel like somebody is not for you, and I say, if most of the time us women and men who has unconditional love, they will give people who hurt them multiple chances. Multiple. I mean, multiple chances. And it's like only we know when it's the end. It's like it's only we know when we can't take it no more. So if you have someone that you love unconditionally, and you willing to marry them and go to the next level, do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know when, it's all over. You know what I'm saying? Start appreciating them, appreciating the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have minty of partners, minty of them, but you ain't gonna be able to get that one that you knew that unconditionally loved you. Now you ain't gonna be able to find that. Unconditional love is rare to find in this day and age. 2019 is very rare. You get somebody to love you unconditionally, woo, you better keep that person. You better keep them close, and you better start appreciating them. You got to start appreciating them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all of us is, from God is a test. This is all a test, and it's to test your faith. It's to test who you is as a person. And it's a learning lesson. Everybody learn. We ain't all perfect, and we may not know everything, but we are what they say a working process. You know, what I'm saying working process to get better and to learn more and to be some type of service or help or motivation to others that may not have that support. Everybody need that support system, and most of the time a person that have unconditional love is a support, is your biggest fan, your biggest supporter. You know what I'm saying? Now that right there, most of the time is really hard and rare to find that. My mother was my biggest fan. She was my biggest supporter, and it was things that she didn't agree on, certain ideas that I had, but she would let me know and help me strategize on letting me see another way, another light, another picture. You know what I'm saying? So I value a lot of how she felt. And so when you have somebody like that and that loves you unconditionally and willing to tell you, like I just said, a person that really loves you unconditionally, no matter who they is, they can tell you the bad. They can tell you like, no, you're wrong. That ain't you. If you did something wrong, they not going to pacify wrongness. They're not going to pacify it. When you doing something that is not accordingly or in a way that is that you wouldn't want somebody to do it to you, you have to be big enough to tell that person, whoever they is, they could be your child, no, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that because you don't want nobody else to do it to you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to when you looking at it and you say, wow, yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't get mad at somebody for who love you, giving you unconditional love, and they just telling you the truth. They telling you the truth, and it's only for your own good. Like you say, you miss out on your blessing. You don't want to miss out on what God got in store for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this world is a living testament, and you have to make the best of your life and be some type of service to others and yourself, and just love, be compassionate. You won't want nobody. Let's look at it. You won't want nobody to do it to you, so don't do it to others. I don't understand how these women, or men, they cheat on they wives, they fiancés and husbands, and it's like, wow, okay, you willing to do that to another person's family, but then when it happens to you, you can't take it. You saying why? Well, dang, didn't you just do that to somebody else's family? It's just, I don't know, the way people think nowadays is so selfish. They very selfish. And I just thank God that, he have blessed me to have, this purpose that he put into my life, this gift, this seed, this light. I'm very thankful and blessed and very, very highly favored. And I'm thankful for all the people who gave me motivation and loved me unconditionally and, taught me, a good path of life learning situations. You know what I'm saying? But only when you learn is when you're going through it. You know, that's what they say. You know, grace is what you go through. You got to go through it and be a living testimony, and that's where your blessings come in at. You know what I'm saying? Because you experienced this, and you able to tell the next person what how did you make it out of it? How did you make it out of, you know, that darkness? And that's the blessing. That's the beauty of it. Because you giving somebody else, you know, the torch. You know what I'm saying? You giving them the blessing also. Um, all right, y'all. My time is up. And y'all always know what I say. The ones that's lost to God light, I pray that they find his light, because his light is the light of all our lives. I see y'all next Monday. Peace.